Hey, what's up? Chef Jesse here. How are you? How's everybody doing? Well, today, folks, we are going to be making a Italian-American dish. It's called chicken marsala. Okay, chicken marsala. We're going to have some chicken marsala. We're going to have... I'm going to make it with some mashed potatoes on the side and some asparagus, some corn for myself because I don't like the asparagus. And it's going to be great. And it's a very easy recipe to make chicken marsala. And today you are going to be in the kitchen with me, with Chef Jesse, making chicken marsala. So stay tuned after this commercial break. Okay, folks, so to start my my chicken marsala, I'm going to take some chicken cutlets that I cut about a half-inch thick or something like that. I don't know. They cut pretty, let me show you. Something like this, okay? There you go. So they're thin, okay? I seasoned them with some garlic, some salt and pepper. And now I'm going to dredge them, just dredge them in flour. Nothing else but just dredge them in flour. And you're going to see how I do that. Okay, so I got my bowl here with full of flour. I'm going to dredge these things. Let me put the water on. Okay, and all I'm going to do is just dredge them, okay? Just dredge it. I don't have to really, you know, I'm not going to do an egg wash or anything like that because it doesn't call for an egg wash, okay? It just calls for dredging in flour. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to dip it in flour, my cutlets, okay, evenly coated, okay. I'm going to even coat these, okay. And this is what's going to give it a nice cooked, crunchy flavor on the outside, okay. So once again, okay, my chicken cutlets, okay, these are cut real thin, and there you go, just dredged in flour. And that's it. Nothing big, no egg wash, no milk, no water, just plain flour. Okay, you can dredge some of this out, but you don't have to because the flour is going to help make my marsala gravy. And you're going to see how I do that later on. Okay, so there you go. Make sure you always wash your hands when you're dealing with chicken or dealing with anything. Please always wash your hands. That's why I got the water running, because I like to wash my hands often. Okay? And especially when you're working with chicken, you don't want to cross-contaminate the chicken. So wash your hands, have the water ready. I like using paper towels. This way there's no cross-contamination with anything else, no towels or anything like that. And I use paper towels, right? Not the cloth towels, because the cloth towels, germs live in there. So anyway, okay folks, so now I just dredged my chicken in flour. Now I'm using this pan. This is what, 12-inch, I think, I don't know. In this pan I just put 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 1 tablespoon of butter. Okay, this is the butter in here. Boom, I'm gonna put it in there. Okay, and medium heat. I'm gonna warm this up, and then I'm gonna stir fry my chicken. I'm gonna put my chicken in the in there. I'm gonna cook it a couple minutes on each side till it's halfway done, or you know. And then I'm gonna take it out of there, put it onto a plate, and then create my marsala sauce, gravy, whatever you want to call it, later on. And let me show you. Stand by and you'll see how that is done. So folks, my oil and my butter is nice and warm, and I'm going to put my chicken in, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to start putting in my chicken. Try not to crowd the chicken up. You can do this in batches. Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. These are pretty small. I'm not making a lot of food today because it's just a lot of waste of food in this house. And this should be good. With a side of, like I said, a side of mashed potatoes. You can do this with pasta. I've usually done it with pasta. Today I'm going to do it with some mashed potatoes and some asparagus. So I'm going to cook these from side to side. And then I'm going to take them and put them onto a plate later on. I'll show you how that's done in a few minutes. Okay, folks, so my chicken is just about done. And I'm going to start taking it and putting it onto a plate. Okay, I'm going to put this onto a plate because I'm going to return this chicken back later when the chicken is done. Okay, so my chicken is done. Okay, and I'm putting this aside. Okay, my kitchen. Now with this, I'm going to be putting in my my mushrooms in there, and then I'm going to cook my mushrooms in there. Okay, let me just scrape some of this off because this is going to give it flavor. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to put 2 more teaspoons of olive oil, 2 more tablespoons of olive oil actually. So let me get a tablespoon here. Okay, so 1 tablespoon olive oil and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, so that's 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna put some butter in there. Okay, we're gonna put some butter and okay, there you go. So just lower this down a bit. Okay, there you go. So 2 tablespoons again of olive oil and the mushrooms and 1 tablespoon of butter. Okay, now you're gonna cook the mushrooms. Now you can use canned mushrooms. You can use fresh mushrooms like I'm using. I'm using fresh mushrooms. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cook these mushrooms for a few minutes, and then I'm going to take these mushrooms out, and then I'm going to start creating my Marsala gravy, and then return everything back into the saucepan. Okay, so let me cook these up a little bit, and then we'll see. Okay, folks. So now my mushrooms are done. Okay, my mushrooms are. I sauteed my mushrooms for about 5 minutes, and they're nice and brown. And now I'm going to take that out of the. I'm going to take this out of the flame. Okay, and now there you go. Okay, I'm going to set those aside as well. I got an empty pot, which of course we got to put something in there. What we're going to put in there is another tablespoon of olive oil at this time. Okay, that's a little bit more than a tablespoon. And now I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of green onions or scallops, and I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of garlic. Okay, and I'm going to saute that in there. My God, that smells delicious. Minced garlic with olive oil and these green onions. Okay, I'm going to saute that for a little while. For about a minute. Just break it down a bit. Okay. So don't let this burn. Make sure that it doesn't burn. Now it's time to add 2/3 cup of Marsala wine. There you go. And that's what's gonna make your gravy. And 2/3 of beef broth. Beef broth. You could use chicken, I guess. I don't know, but okay. So now to this, you're gonna add some flour so you can thicken it up. So I'm gonna add some flour in there. I'm just gonna do it by eye. I'm just gonna add some in there. Make sure that the liquid is still cool, and then start swirling around. Okay, and this should be able to start turning into a nice thickening gravy. And if not, you just add more flour until it thickens up. Okay. Or you can use some heavy cream. If you have some heavy cream, you can add some heavy cream to it as well. Okay. So I'm going to keep adding flour little by little until I get the right consistency of the gravy, of what I want it to look like. Okay. And then raise up the flame. And when you raise up the flame, it should start thickening up. Okay. Okay. Okay, so leave that for a few seconds in there till it gets hot, and it's gonna start thickening up soon. Okay, now folks, as you can see, it's starting to get thick. It's starting to thicken up. And don't worry if it gets too thick. If it gets too thick, you just keep adding a little bit of the chicken broth or the beef broth. So I'm going to add a little tape to it because I want the right consistency. I want a gravy like this, but I don't want it too thick. Okay, there you go. So lower the flame, add a little bit more chicken or beef stock, beef broth, and there you go. Okay. So again, you want gravy, but you don't want it. You know, you don't. Well, depends how you want it. If you want it great, if you want it thick, thinner, there you go. I don't want it that thick, so I keep adding some. There you go. And that looks good right now. So now I'm gonna add my mushrooms back in here. Okay. Let my mushrooms in it, and then I'm gonna start putting it. I'm gonna put my chicken in there. And there goes my chicken. Okay. I'm gonna lay it out. Folks, there goes your chicken Marsala, okay? Again, I'm going to put some more liquid in there just to liquefy the gravy a bit. And look at that. Now tell me that's not delicious. If you were here, let me get a spoon. Spoon some of this over the chicken. And this is gravy. I'm going to taste this gravy. It is delicious. This is delicious. If you were here, oh my God. This is delicious. The Marsala sauce, the Marsala wine really adds a touch to it. You can use white cooking wine, I guess, but it's not going to give you the same flavor. So folks, there you got it. Chicken Marsala. Okay? And again, if you want it less thick, you can take that off the burner, let it cool off, and then you serve it. Voila. Now, wasn't that easy? I cooked this whole meal in about a half hour. Actually, 35 minutes. 35 minutes I made this. Now I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes. I don't have to show you how to make mashed potatoes because you guys should know how to make mashed potatoes. If not, well, we'll do a video one day making mashed potatoes. I'm gonna take some asparagus. I'm gonna saute the asparagus in garlic and butter and a little bit of olive oil, and that's it. And it's gonna be an easy night. So anyway, folks, this is it. And the reason you like my wait a minute, you haven't seen my new. This is my new apron. When I'm cooking Italian dishes, I'm in theme, right? So I'll get a couple of aprons and whatever food I'm cooking. So anyway, folks, this has been Chicken Marsala. And if you stay tuned, you'll see how this is gonna end up. So stay tuned. Okay, folks, so somebody just sent me a message and asked me, what is Marsala? Marsala. Everybody, they tell me, I keep hearing Marsala. What's Marsala? Well, this is Marsala. It's Marsala cooking wine is what I used to make this dish. Okay, you can find this in fine supermarkets. I find this at a supermarket, fine fare. I find it. If not, you can probably use white wine, but it's not going to be the same. You have to use Marsala. So you got to get this Marsala wine. If not, you probably have to order it online or something. But this is the Marsala cooking wine that I used to cook this chicken today. And it gives it a distinctive taste, flavor, very good. I used it for my chicken Lombardi that I made a couple of weeks ago, and this is good stuff. So chicken Marsala, this is Marsala, that's why they call it chicken Marsala. So look for it, okay? So folks, let me give you a rundown what we did today. We did chicken Marsala, okay? I started off with chicken dredged in flour. I stir-fried it in olive oil and butter. Then I removed it from the flame, and then I cooked my mushrooms in butter and olive oil. And then I took it with some salt and pepper. I removed that off the flame, off the out of the pot, out of the pan, and I put it to the side. And then I cooked up my sauce using I put in some shallots and some garlic. Cooked that up for about a minute. Then I started to make my Marsala sauce, which was consist of beef broth and Marsala wine. And then I put some flour in there to get thickened up to my liking. And then I threw in the chicken back in there. That's how it is. Okay. And like I said, the gravy, you can thicken it up any way you want. Just keep adding. Okay, so right now I'm cooking some asparagus with garlic and butter, and we are about to have dinner in about, I would say, about 10 minutes. Well, folks, my dinner is done. I just made a little bit of mashed potatoes. I've got some asparagus, and we are going to the table in a few minutes, and I'll show you how it looks at the table because everything looks good at the table. Okay, folks, so let's go to the table and show you how this looks. So, folks, I'm at the table, and I'm going to show you how this looks. It looks delicious, I'm telling you. So, there goes the chicken marsala. Yeah, it's underneath there, all that mushroom and that gravy. It's done there, believe me. This is a nice dinner. It's, you know, it's light chicken. It's good for you. Here's mine. I don't particularly do mushrooms, so, but it looks delicious. And there it goes, folks. Chicken masala at the table. So yeah, it looks delicious. It really does. Look at that. So, folks, there you got it. Chicken masala. Very simple, very quick. I cooked everything. I cooked this whole meal in about an hour. I prepared everything. So it took me this whole thing from start to finish to the time I'm going to go eat now. Took about 55 minutes, actually. 55 minutes. So give or take an hour, okay? So a whole meal like this in an hour is pretty great. It's pretty, you know, it's pretty good to put something together like this in 1 hour. So, folks, once again, love you guys. Love the thumbs up. Love you guys who watch my videos. All you good people out there who always make good remarks, thumbs up and all that good stuff. My hair's a mess. My pancake hair. But anyway, folks, love you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. This is not over by no means. We still have a long way to go, but we're heading in the right direction. I love you guys. Really do. Have a great night. Well, folks, I'm at the table and I am eating my chicken masala. Let me take a piece of it. And I'm wearing my Cleveland basketball shirt. And this is a gift from a friend of ours. We've been to Ohio a couple of times. Jim and Dave, lovely couple, lovely good friends, and they gave me the shirt as a gift. So I'm wearing it today. Hey guys, if you're watching the video, I'm wearing it. Anyway, let me go enjoy my dinner.